Not sure if you all know this, but Adrian and I both have YouTube channels. My YouTube channel, if you can please subscribe, is Nevermore Records. Adrian's is Plastic Realm Toys. You can also follow us on Instagram at HNH_podcast and find us on Facebook. We even have a private group. Just send a request and we'll let you in. Follow our recording studio on Instagram at Nevermore_Records_EPTX and our guitar company on Instagram at Nevermore_Guitars. Moving on.
You say you're not jealous. Yeah,
I'm not jealous.
Bullshit.
I'm not jealous.
Yeah. Look at your hands. Yeah, you're not jealous.
Oh, by the way, we're not doing video today, guys, just because of so much setup. And so sorry about that.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Half and Half Podcast.
Hey.
Hey.
How long has it been?
It's been like 2 weeks.
Really? It feels like longer. I don't know why. Even last one, we did like, what, a whole month off?
Oh, yeah. The last one was long.
But that one didn't feel as long.
I think it's because we were so busy to even think about it.
But I feel like I'm even more busy now.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It just, this one seems like it's been a long. Maybe that's why it's been. I'm just so busy. It just seems like it's been that long.
Yeah. No, it's only been a couple of weeks.
So, anyways, thank you for helping me this morning.
You're welcome. That's what I fucking do, guy.
I had a video shoot this weekend, and Adrian had to come in and help me reset everything up. So, hopefully, we don't have any technical difficulties.
I have to learn it because hopefully one day you can give me a job.
Hell yeah. Of course. So anyways, what's up?
Nothing, man.
I feel like we talk so much now. I mean, we always talked a lot before, but now we talk so much that I feel like there's not anything that I don't know is going on.
Yeah.
As opposed to every once in a while you throw me with a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of day to day, right? But I mean, I still take my notes and stuff I want to bring up here. Do you?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Oh, but you mean just like the catch up period? Of
yeah,
like,
right.
Oh, dude, we're honestly, the past 2 days, I was like, fucking phone working?
Because I hadn't texted you.
Text me, call me, nothing.
I know. I'd been so busy. Dude, remind me to tell you something about where I used to work. I just realized right now that I was supposed to tell you this. Like, I couldn't wait to tell you this morning. But anyways, just
used to work.
Yeah, like
this last
the
job?
school. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I know, like I put on here on my notes for catching up. I was gonna talk to you about something that I kind of already talked to you about. So I'll get into more detail, but I'm curious to what you have on your notes.
There's stupid shit. Like for one, dude. Again, we always do it. Shout out to Exiled Inc. I was listening to the episode that you were on. Obviously, I listened to all their episodes, but
you had to listen to that one.
My boy Steven
Steven,
brought up fucking Sevendust, dude.
You like Sevendust?
I'm sorry.
Wait, so let me ask you a question. Were you with me at that show that I was talking about on that episode?
No.
Oh. Okay. I thought you were.
I hold Sevendust near and dear to my heart because one, I do like them. Right?
Okay.
There's a friend of ours that you and I used to be in a band with who shall remain nameless because he's an idiot.
Okay. There's a few of those, so I don't know who you're talking about, but okay.
We were actually just talking about him.
Okay,
right
gotcha.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He introduced me to Sevendust.
Okay.
Their first 3 albums, I love. Admittingly, after that, I kind of lost touch with Sevendust. But, dude, I've seen them play two times.
Really?
And the biggest thing for them, their effect on my life, I got to open up for them in 1999, 98.
Damn, when you were like 8 years old?
I was 10 and a half. Thank you. I got to open up for them in Albuquerque at the Sunshine Theater. And it was fucking packed. 2,000 people, one of the best shows I'd ever played, dude.
Right.
So that made me love them even. Dude, we were jamming out. I remember it was like the third or fourth song, just fucking throwing down, right? And I look up, I just kind of swing my bass to the right, and fucking LeJean Witherspoon is like 5 feet away from me, just fucking rocking out with us, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's a band that I just could never get into, man.
You said you respect them. That's
I do respect them, but I just don't. I don't know. Their music just never did it for me. I got annoyed seeing the drummer play the way he plays. I just think like I don't know. I find it to be pretty ridiculous. I respect Lejean, his voice. I read an article the other day where he said that for some reason he feels his voice has improved as he's gotten older, which a lot of people say the opposite.
Yeah, they go backwards on it, yeah.
But I don't know, man. I mean, the other day I was listening to a playlist and the song that Chino did with them came on, and I was like, yeah, I don't need...
That's a good song.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. It's nothing. But again, I can say, like, especially because of the time period that they started in, they weren't like somebody that came after the fact. These guys were in the mix when that style of music was going on. They were probably one of the, I don't want to say pioneers, but in a way, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just, it's just one of those bands that no matter what, how much I've tried, even when I was seeing them play live, or even when I went to go see them play live.
Well, okay, what show was this? This was here,
They were with
right?
Cold Chamber and somebody else. And yeah, and Powerman 5000.
Oh, because I saw them. Okay, so then I missed I missed that one. I saw them on the Roar tour in like 97. And then I saw them fuck, I forgot what it's called now. It used to be Tricky Falls.
Okay. But this was like a 101.
Oh, yeah,
like, and I think they're actually promoting a show because when they played, I didn't even watch them. I was literally outside just listening.
Promote show for who? Ashley?
No, I think it was Swim at the time. Yeah, it was Swim at the time.
Cold Chamber's been here?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dude, and there was not a lot of people there either. There was literally
shit.
I want to say maybe 50 people.
So I wasn't in the band.
Dude, none of those bands even had tour buses.
Yeah, so I wasn't in the band at that time. I wasn't with you guys.
I think you were. I think you just didn't go. I want to say like it was early on, dude.
Bet you my dad didn't let me.
Yeah, probably.
What it was. Yeah. No, dude, I agree with you. They're not the world's greatest musical band, right? I can honestly say for me, it's a nostalgia thing.
Of course.
Anytime I play them, I always think of that summer of 97 with that dude and his fucking Topaz. And we were just running around town doing, like, we
lived ate shit music band stuff.
We did a lot while doing nothing.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so his car was like
we lived in there.
We'd go here, we'd go there. Let's go here for no apparent reason. Anyway, that summer, I don't know why you weren't with us because you were already in the band. He and I would listen to that CD over and fucking over.
That's probably why he's like, Paul's not here. Let's put it on.
It's not corn enough for him.
I know.
Yeah, I just thought that was cool that aside from a few other friends of mine, ours, I don't know any Sevendust fans.
Yeah.
Aside from those three.
Right.
And now Stevie.
Yeah.
Fucking shout out Stevie. I love you.
I don't know. Stevie did go to the Def Leppard concert, so I don't know. Even that's something I wouldn't go to. But yeah, so anybody listening, if you haven't heard my interview with Exiled, go check it out. Go to their YouTube, Exiled. Find them. They usually go by the tag Exiled Inc. Find their podcast. Find that video. I shed some light on being pissed on as a kid by my brother.
Now you want to promote him. I'm the only one who ever shouts him out. Now you want.
I fucking do so much else for that. I promote them online.
I'm just kidding.
I have to. So, but yeah, I love those dudes to death. I really had fun sitting down talking with them, kind of sharing the deets.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I didn't want to be on it. It's cool.
No, you need to be on it too, man.
I wasn't invited.
I had a package delivered. Ooh. Okay. The other thing I wanted to bring up was, dude, me and my daughter have been bonding hardcore in the most weird way.
Over hardcore?
over. And we were just talking about this, how our kids are for some reason starting to like the music that we like. And I look at that as like when I was a kid and I started listening to Led Zeppelin, you know, maybe my dad didn't think twice about it, but it's kind of that same equivalent, right? So like me and my daughter were sitting down, we were listening. She started telling me that she liked a band that I had never really liked before, but for some reason they've been popping up when I'm listening to Sirius, Pierce the Veil. And I was kind of giving them a listen because she likes them and I want to like support the music that she likes. And then it was like, it brought up other bands like Finch came up, Glassjaw, The Used. these are bands that, we used to like a lot. I think I overplayed them a bit back in the day, but anyways, I was showing some of the songs to her, like my favorite songs. And normally it's the look and it's like, ugh, like, can we listen to something else? But this time it was like, I really like that. Can you send that to me?
Yeah.
And we were sitting there like bonding over like that kind of music. I don't know. It was just weird.
I think, I'm going through the same shit. And the funny thing about the story you're telling me, we've already had this conversation, but it's like our universes are always, as much as you try to fight it, our universes are always in sync. Because that same night, I was doing the same thing with my kid.
Yeah.
Literally.
Right.
Because we spoke the following day. And I was like, dude, when was this? And you were like, yesterday. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
My kid, he's going down the same rabbit hole. I was showing him Thrice and all sorts of bands, right? But yeah, you're right. It's weird how 4 or 5 years ago, my kids hated anything with distortion.
Right.
Fucking anything.
Right.
Now it's like, hey, Dad, can you buy me this Deftones album? Hey, Dad. Dude, my kid, my son, not my daughter, he's as big as a Hum fan as I am now.
Right.
And when I first showed him Hum, it was like, Literally, that's what he told me.
Yeah.
The Deftones, he's like, oh, it's too heavy. I don't like all the screaming. Now, all of a sudden, Dad, me and my band, we're going to cover, what Deftones song should we cover? And Deftones this and Hum that.
That's awesome.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, I guess when you dive into music like that, you start to realize like this is cool, but then when you hear the old stuff that obviously influenced that new stuff, you can't help but appreciate, like, fucking bring up Exiled again. Like, fucking Dave doesn't understand, like, when we talked about Far, how he's obviously a classless bitch. And, he doesn't like Far, but it's like he likes all these bands that sound just like them. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the story so far.
That is the story so far.
Anyways,
you're the tasteless one on that one. Man.
I don't like that band, dude. Again, that goes back to what I told you. Like, they sound very much like, I can hear a band and be like, "Oh, this is good. Oh, this is all right." And then I look at the date. If I see that it's 10 years after somebody else that I know already had done it,
who do you think they sound like though? Like, I understand.
They have undertones of Far. They have undertones of like
the story so far.
I felt like they did.
Oh, you're feeling wrong.
The singer sounds a lot like somebody that I know. We'll talk about that afterwards. I'll show you. You'll see what I'm saying.
We know this person?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know. I just could not, dude. I could not. Had the date said like 2000 or 2004 maybe or whatever, I would be like, okay, I can appreciate it because these guys were, but it's like, dude, you guys are barely doing this.
But a lot of things have changed since you've been 5 years old, man.
I agree, but but anyways, what else? Do you have anything else?
Dude, real quick. So I always correlate things with when I was a kid, right? Mm-hmm. Always. So summertime for me, I always get like the kid summertime feeling, and I just these things.
Even when you feel like you're roasting in a fucking oven.
Oh, well, actually no, because
dude, this summer has been terrible.
Who was I? I probably wasn't talking. I talk to myself a lot, so I was probably talking to myself. You're the only person I talk to, and if I can't talk to you, what are you doing? Turn it. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was adjusting. No, bring the mic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel you. Gotcha.
I was adjusting Adrian's mic, but I just really looking for an excuse to touch his hand.
We held hands twice today. I don't know if you noticed. I didn't want to ruin the moment, so I just kept going with it. Yeah, so, there was that back to school feeling, right? Well, for us, it was August. Now it's fucking July. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the one thing I would look forward to about going back to school.
You looked forward to going back to school?
No.
Oh, my God.
But this is the one thing that made me look forward to it is the MTV Video Music Awards. I always knew 2-3 weeks into school, we're going to get it, right?
Yeah.
The other day I'm watching TV, and the only time I watch MTV is I love the challenge and like the
real world challenge. Yeah. And for me, it's all about Jersey Shore.
And I love ridiculousness. Anyway, the commercial comes out, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's still going on.
What are you basing these numbers on, though? Like, how do you... You don't play videos anymore.
It makes no sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you play no videos. The only time I watch music videos are on fucking YouTube. I don't get it.
This is going to be the old guy in me, but dude, like, I really miss that. You know what I missed too? Even before that, this is making me real old. Do you remember back in the day? Because I didn't have cable till I was like later in my teens.
Real quick, 30 is the new 20. So you're right.
Casey Kasem's music video show that he had.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude,
Damn.
Back in the day, music, anything, MTV, VH1, fucking Saturday mornings.
VH1's behind the music.
Dude, right? Like, these music channels were about music.
So do you think YouTube ruined that for everybody?
No, it started falling off before YouTube.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But do you think that because of YouTube, there's no going back?
Oh, 100%. Dude,
Sucks, right?
I was even watching this special the other day on the Vice channel on TRL, the history of TRL.
Dude, I forgot about TRL.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Dude, I got crazy nostalgia. I could smell your bed. Like, dude, 99, 98 hit me in the face hard, right? But it even spoke about
was it warm and wet?
Oh, dude, big time. Like your towel.
Smell like chlorine?
No ants, though. You save that one for Sunday.
Hell yeah.
They even tried to revive TRL, but
Did they?
Yeah, it's. I don't know, man.
Is it so? I need to wrap my head around this. I'm glad we're actually talking about this because it needs to be talked about. Do you think it's because we are now in this culture of on demand? Nobody really sits down and watches shows anymore because everything's on demand. So it's not like, TRL's coming on at 7:00. Let's watch it. So I think like the same thing when it comes to videos. Like nobody's going to sit down and watch a top 10 countdown of music videos when they can just like go and pull up on YouTube the video they want to see at any given time.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Same thing goes with streaming music.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit I still buy CDs.
Yeah.
Not as much as I used to. But fucking Spotify ruined it for me. Big time, dude.
But there's something great about that too though. Right?
Yeah, Spotify's amazing.
No, not just saying Spotify, like just being able to pull up whatever you want on demand. There's something good about that, but at the same time you lose out on that. Nothing is special anymore. Right. I think that's the big problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like with CDs, right? For example, if I bought a new CD, I'd get all excited. And the very next day, I would take all the CDs out of my car and just have that one.
Right.
So I can listen to it over and just really soak it in. I don't have the attention span for that anymore.
The big old CD book.
Yeah.
To go through the book.
Fuck yeah. I still have them.
It's like, yeah.
But it makes you lazy.
Yeah.
Even on demand makes you lazy. Back in the day, you would have to you had to watch that show at 7:30 on a Wednesday.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or like, I remember whenever a music video was going to premiere, like you would get excited about it.
Yeah.
Like your favorite band's music video is going to premiere at 8:00, whatever. And you would get excited and like, you actually paid attention to the music video and you appreciated what was put into that music video. Whereas now it's like, I mean, I remember back in the day, some of those like big bands had budgets of like $500,000, $1 million to do a music video. And like now it's like, why would anybody put that much money? Like for a video that nobody's really going to pay. I don't know. It's so weird, dude. I don't know. This is like back in my day moment, but for real, dude. Like, yeah.
Dude, I still have somewhere at my dad's house VHS tapes upon VHS tapes of recordings of Alternative Nation, 120 minutes, Headbangers Ball.
Headbangers Ball, yeah.
My brother and I would record all of them on a Sunday night because it was past our bedtime. Monday morning, we'd see each other at lunch and be like, hey, you're recording, right? And be like, yeah. And we'd run home after school, just watch all of it.
But this goes back to why I officially, like back in the day, I used to subscribe to Sirius XM when it first came out.
Yeah.
I even had the little adapter that I would connect to my car and all that. Dude, I subscribed again last month. I just felt like I don't know, like there was just something. This is gonna sound stupid, but there's something about having to wait to hear what's coming up next and not knowing what's coming up next, hearing commercials, hearing a DJ, like a live DJ, whether they're live or not, but still like, so I actually subscribe back on Sirius for that reason, because like all of our local radio stations suck ass.
Yeah.
So at least there I can like dude, I've been listening to all kinds of stuff, man, and hearing, again, serious. I hold a serious responsible for helping me back in the day to discover a lot of new bands.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing again. Maybe it's not as often as it used to be, but yeah, man, I did that, and that kind of goes back to that again.
Yeah.
I'm an old fuck, I know it, but
it's kind of like Hulu for me, right? I have the
Hulu.
I got the free Hulu from one of my fucking deals, either my Disney deal or my Walmart
I think it's
deal.
Disney, yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think it is the Disney one. Anyway, because it's the fucking free one, I get commercials, and I don't mind it.
Yeah. Even though it's the same commercial. Liberty?
Yeah.
Bibberty.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, dude. One of my favorite shows on earth right now is a show that's on Hulu called Reservation Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, it's for your people, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I've been watching it. I've been binging it because, again, I've been lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1, I was every fucking week. And that's what I love about Hulu. Unlike...
yeah, you gotta wait.
Yeah. It's week by week.
That's like my Below Deck show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love that because it gives... When you have it all in one lump sum, it's like, kind of loses it, right?
I agree,
like
dude.
Netflix just pumps out all 8 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But Hulu, it's every week.
And it's so funny because I was telling my wife some of our shows come out on Sundays, but we won't watch them on Sundays. But like Monday evenings when I'm going to work on something, I'm like, hey, isn't our show out? Yeah. Oh, let's put it on. Like I get that little bit of that excitement again that I used to get.
Right. DVR has ruined shit for me too because I've got...
That still exists?
I've got stacks of fucking 90 Day Fiancé, Teen Mom.
But do you really even need that? You can just go and it's streaming somewhere.
Oh yeah, I still do it. Hey,
really?
I love cable TV, and I'm
gonna because of football season coming again. I'm gonna get YouTube TV. Have you ever had YouTube TV?
No, Dina had it.
It's amazing, man. It's the same as cable. It's the same shit.
I don't want to be bound to my phone.
No. You do it on the TV, dude.
Yeah, I get that, but if I'm pulling a 48 at work,
you're gonna be watching.
I'm gonna be fucking watching.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's this new show that came out. I just love stupid nostalgia shows. And it's very reminiscent of the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they probably ripped off the Goldbergs.
Right.
It's called Son of a Critch.
I've never heard of that one.
It just came out. We're only like 2 episodes in.
Oh wow, okay.
And I just get, like you said, I get that excitement, like knowing I get to see it next Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What you need to watch. I actually went back. Me and my wife went back and watched the whole like from the beginning, just because we got my daughter in on it, and we're almost caught up to now. The new season is What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, I can't get into it,
dude.
It's like a hipster.
We're even gonna this year for Halloween. That's what we're gonna be.
It's like a hipstery thing to me. It's like
so good, dude.
But so Gussie loves that show too.
Yes, it's amazing. It's the subtle humor that we love. That's why I don't know why you don't like it.
I don't know. I've tried,
dude. Even the fact that like you didn't even like The Office either, did you?
I can't. I've tried once, maybe twice.
So when I think of my favorite shows of all time, like there's The Office, The Simpsons, Seinfeld, like those are like the sitcoms that I can watch still to this day. Simpsons, I can watch every episode all over again, not even think twice about it. What We Do in the Shadows is right there, man. It's the same kind of humor, comedy.
Mine are all old. Big Bang Theory, for sure, number 1. The Wonder Years.
I haven't seen Wonder Years in forever.
Boy Meets World.
But those are like when we were kids.
You just said The Simpsons.
Yeah, but Simpsons, like, dude, I mean, they've been ongoing since I was like -5.
No, you're right. The recent one then is the Goldbergs. Fucking love the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
I also love King of Queens. Yeah, I do like a lot
King
of old
Queens
shit.
Good. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Something about that one. I think I've seen every episode at this point, though.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I could watch them even though I've seen them already, but what's weird about that show is that unlike Seinfeld and The Office and the other ones that I'm talking about, those I actually watched as they would come out.
Yeah.
But King of Queens, I didn't watch till after the fact when they started doing the reruns already.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what show needs to make a comeback since everything's coming back on reruns? Mad About You. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Such a good fucking show.
And Mad About You was great. And then I also made my wife, we started watching, but we didn't get that far. Just Shoot Me.
Oh fuck.
Dude, it was such a good show. Anyways, we're a bunch of old fucks, and anybody listening,
Yeah, one last one, though.
Oh.
A fucking real sleeper. Who's the Boss.
Oh yeah, of course, man.
Love that show.
Alyssa Milano. Oh, I had the biggest crush on her.
I like Tony Danza.
No, there's so many good shows, but anyways, this just goes back to what we're saying. What we're talking about connects to music as well, in terms of like, just everything is just so easy to come by. Where I think what made music special back in the day was the fact that, like, if you found a band, it wasn't suggested to you. You usually found a band on accident, or you have a story behind how you found that band. And it was like a special band to you, and it was like you couldn't wait to share it with people.
Right.
And when they heard it, it was like you felt you were bringing them into this, like,
right, this world.
Yeah, like this cult that you were keeping to yourself. And it's like, oh my God, isn't this so great? And that's a lot of that's been lost. I know you try to bring that back with The Chat. Yeah,
but it's exact. I was thinking that exact thing. Yeah, right. I still do it, but that's not a great story. How'd you discover these guys?
Yeah,
well, I was taking a shit one day,
and it was like people you may like or artists you might like. Yeah,
and then you make me nervous because you're so fucking all over the place. Mm-hmm. One day you're into something that anyway. So I'm always like, dude, it takes me like 2 days to show you anything because I'm like, let me give it one more listen to.
Let me put myself in his frame of mind, see if he would like it. Yeah. No, but I don't know. I don't even think it's necessarily being old. I think the younger generation doesn't know what that was like, and so they can't really say like.
Yeah, but even the old crusty fucks are adopting some of this shit. Por ejemplo, for example. Even being in a band has lost its nostalgic thing, right?
Right.
Like, you're real big on come in, write it, record it, come back, record it. There's no jamming in a room anymore.
Right.
A lot of people have lost that. I don't just bust your balls about it. A lot of people have lost that. A lot. It's, hey, I wrote this riff. I'm going to send it to you via email.
Yeah.
Write your part and send it back to me. Like, that whole fucking vibe is just, it's gone.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
I keep trying to bring it back with you. I think Pepe would be on board, but you won't let me bring it up to him.
No, I agree. I think to me now, it's all about environment, making it conducive to that creative process.
I just think you think too much.
Yeah, I agree. But that's going to Yes,
it is going to change.
But real quick, one more thing before we get into, dude, your son was just in a battle of the bands. Our son was just in a battle of the bands.
I bet you everyone's always, like, newcomers are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
They probably think we're a couple that adopted a kid.
Exactly. So yeah, he was in a battle of the bands.
He was.
What's the name of his band?
Blushed, formerly Sage Paula.
Yeah. They're good, man.
They're really good. I'm very proud of those kids, man. The past like year and a half, they've really stepped up their game.
Do you know the name of the song that people can YouTube it?
No.
Let me see if I can find it. Continue while I look.
Yeah, they've really come a long way as a band. My kid's always been a phenomenal musician. He's one of those just prodigies. And just let me take it back. Not in the skill
technical
sense, right? But he gravitated to music and he never let go. And that it's like what I say about me. I didn't choose music. Music chose me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So look it up. It's on YouTube. Go to Blushed, and then it says Minor Palooza's 2023 Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's really cool. Like, I remember being young and being in a Battle of the Bands
10 years ago.
I did one Battle of the Bands my whole life, and it was when we were in swim.
We did like 3 in swim.
No, we did 1, dude, and that was like the El Paso Battle of the Bands, where it was like...
Really? I thought we did more than that.
Dude, that was the only one I did. And we won.
Fuck yeah, we did. We won hard, dude.
But like, so when I hear Battle of the Bands, I think like, God, it must have been. It's nice to be young again and doing those type of things, because not that it really matters. At the end of the day, a lot of it's a popularity contest, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But just to like, have that feeling again of being a kid and just wanting to stand out and really like kind of putting yourself up against the competition, so to speak.
He drives me crazy though, man. He's in 2 bands and he helps out another band. And he's always complaining about it. And I'm like, dude, I'm not even fucking 1 band. I would kill to have your problem right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking kill to have your problem.
Again, that's why there's a chance he's mine, because I understand 100%.
What?
The feeling of like just being frustrated. Like, you're in a band and it's supposed to be fun, but it's really hard when you're a perfectionist to try to...
No. He complains about the time.
Oh, gotcha.
Splitting it, Fridays Blushed, Saturday's the other band, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not even in a band. I would kill to have your problem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, but anyways, it's really good to see that he's doing music and he's doing it
well,
full on.
Yeah, he's making a name for himself. Like everywhere he goes now, to like all these little indie shows or what have you. It's like people always like, oh, it's Aiden from Blush, you know, like that shit that we went through that we thought was fun. Yeah, he's making a name for himself. It's really cool.
Yeah, so pretty proud of him.
Yeah.
All right, you want to get into that Batchkin scram?
I do, but I wanted to bring up
one more thing. Go for it.
Thing.
Go.
You know what I'm addicted to right now? I sent it to you a long time ago. So the drum company Drumeo, right?
Okay.
On YouTube, they have this on their YouTube channel. They feature drummers and special guests and whatnot. But they have this segment where they bring in a drummer. They show them a song that they've never heard of before, and they take out the drum tracks.
Gotcha. And they have them play their part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you write to this?
I saw just recently the drummer of Megadeth play to Brightside.
Yeah, Mr. Brightside.
Mr. Brightside, yeah, from Killers.
Yeah. So, dude, it's such a fucking amazing idea.
Yeah.
What I love about it, shit you not, I always think about that. When I'm listening to a song, I'm always like, that's a good bass line, but I would have done X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, I just love that. I think it's fucking amazing to see what other musicians would do to a song.
Yeah. And we've kind of talked about that before. We've talked about doing a segment where I write something and I put my bass line to it, and then you on the air write your bass line to it, and then we compare.
Yeah, but we were going to do both.
Yeah.
I was going to do a guitar line, and you were going to do a guitar line.
Right. We should still consider doing that. I know it's time, but that's our worst enemy, dude. It's time.
Oh, it's becoming your worst enemy.
My worst enemy, yeah.
You used to blame it on me. Now it's you.
But yeah, I think that's a really cool thing because it can go anyway. Like, I know it won't be as easy guitar-wise. I guess it still can, right? Vocal-wise. I feel like you're going to start seeing more and more videos like that with other musicians coming in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really cool. Drums, it makes it so much easier on drums, right? To put drums to a song that...
I think it's harder.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's weird how 9 out of 10 times the drummer will play almost what
exactly
the original
what the original
playing.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
But it's because it comes down to the time signatures and stuff, and it's kind of like there's only so many ways you can play it.
Like there was this, I forgot his name. He's an older jazz R&B type drummer. Really good drummer. They gave him Tool 46 and 2.
I saw that one too. Yeah.
That's the one I sent you.
Yeah.
And I was blown away by what he did. And it was very reminiscent to what Danny Carey was doing.
Right,
it's just a cool fucking concept.
Yeah. No.
So if anybody hasn't seen it, go to Drumeo on YouTube. Check them out. It's awesome.
Yeah,
really
I agree.
Cool.
Even if you're not a musician, it's just cool to watch.
Yeah. All right. That batch can scram. Go ahead.
Well, for this week, I did that batch can sing.
Okay.
And I know people are going to be like, what the fuck, Paul? But you know what? I have to give credit where credit is due. I'm going to just kind of build it real quick. When this band came out, I remember I was a teenager. I was probably in my room. I remember it was late at night, and this song came on. And I was like, at the time, I was a huge fan of Radiohead, like I still am, right? And I remember just like getting in the feels over this song. And this band they've progressed in a different way. Sometimes, they've gone from being maybe so sappy and sad to more poppy, happy. But man, like, and I know they have like, to some people, they have like a negative, connotation to them, just because they've become one of those bands. They're not like it's not as negative as like Nickelback or something like that. But
hey, how dare you?
But man, for me, and I forgot, I didn't write down his name. I just put the name of the band. I forgot what it is. But for me, I'm going to put that batch can sing. I'm going to put Coldplay, man.
Oh, dude. What? Yeah.
A lot of people, when you say that you like Coldplay, like, what?
You want to know how I know you're gay?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Look, I love Coldplay. I'll agree with you. Chris Martin, fucking great singer.
Chris Martin, there you go. Yeah.
Their first album, Parachute, though?
The first song I ever heard was Yellow.
Yeah. Their first album, Parachute.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking incredible.
Right.
After that, I like songs here and there. But as a whole, that album is fucking phenomenal. They broke away from that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you, whoever's talking shit, I'll give them that.
Yeah.
After, what was it, The Scientist? Or fuck, I don't remember the name of the album.
Good album too.
But the album after that, yeah, I mean, you have to evolve. I understand that. As a musician, you have to evolve. But nothing touches fucking Parachutes, dude. Nothing.
Yeah.
Saddest album on fucking earth.
I used to do videos for my students when I was a teacher, and I was always, for some reason, drawn to like the newer Coldplay songs. So I would end up hearing them over and over and over. They were just really good songs to put towards like little video being chopped up. I can honestly tell you, man, all the way up to the very last stuff that I've ever heard from them, I still like them, man.
I like them, but
it's not the same as, I understand. Like they hit a point. One thing I don't like about them is, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they talk shit about Radiohead?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you don't fucking...
That's just jealousy.
Yeah, dude, you don't fucking step on that. But anyways, yeah, that's my Batch Can Sing.
It's like when Oasis talks shit about Morrissey. You're just fucking jealous.
Or the Beatles. Did they talk shit about the Beatles? Because they sound just like them.
Do they?
They do.
No, they don't.
They sound just like the Beatles. Don't even, just because you like them.
I'm sorry, but I did my time. I did my due diligence on the Beatles. Thank you.
They're a rip-off of the Beatles.
And the Beatles ripped off Elvis, so we can do this over and over.
Whatever. All right, what do you got?
So for this segment of
That Batch Can...
I always lose it.
Scram?
Yeah, so for me, I chose That Batch Can Scram. I went with my newest flavor of the month. I cannot get enough of this album. I can't get enough of this fucking band. They're my new spirit box. I chose Andrew Herman of Johnny Booth.
Oh, okay, that's right. You've been talking a lot about that. And I'm the one that showed you Johnny Booth, right?
I don't know.
I think I did. Yeah.
I sent you a video like a month ago, and you were like, "Dude, I fucking showed you that."
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that dude is really the latest album that I've been listening to.
Incredible.
Yeah,
there's this song.
There's some singing that he does though that I'm like, oh, you could have done without that. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty good.
There's this one song, Dead Smack in the Middle. Like the 5th or 4th song.
It's called Dead Smack in the Middle?
It's dead smack in the middle of the album. It's like Incubus and Mr. Bungle came together. More Incubus than Bungle.
Right.
But what I loved about it is it came out of nowhere. And the sea of fucking heaviness just right in the fucking middle.
Right.
Oh, I love it. I love his screams. He does that hollering fucking, not the bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. So yeah, Andrew Herman of Johnny Booth.
Awesome. Yeah, if you haven't heard that album, check it out. It's pretty damn good. You know what really chaps my ass? Do you have something that chaps your ass?
I don't. I'm
really?
trying to stay positive with all the shit going on.
We got so much going on right now. You should have like 5 things on that list.
Well, you told me that one of my favorite people on earth just called me a pussy, so I'm trying to be positive.
I'm going to get into this because it actually connects to what we were talking about just about 10 minutes ago. And it's something that came up the other day. My daughter, after school, I was working on, I teach college, right? So I'm sitting behind my laptop a lot. And I was like, you know what? Let's put a movie on. And we were just kind of scrolling through stuff. And one of the things popped up and I looked at it and I was like, have you ever seen this movie? It was Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, no.
You hit me.
I was like, you have to watch it. I was like, you don't understand that half of Adrian and I, our language comes from this movie.
Our shtick.
Yeah. I was like, you got to watch it. You're going to love it. It's old. I know it's old, but you're still going to like have an appreciation.
Yeah.
She loved it, dude. Of course,
yeah.
She loved it. But again, it goes back to that. I'm going to be an old fuck again, dude. Like, dude, movies just aren't made like that today.
They're not. They are so not.
It's
you know what?
So different.
I'm going to piggyback on your chaps, my ass. They're not, dude.
And I just don't, and I don't know what to, it's weird because I feel like that movie holds up in time.
Absolutely.
Like, which is my confirmation for that was the fact that my daughter loved it,
right.
And was like, she really liked it.
Yeah.
So obviously it wasn't like, because sometimes like if, for example, like if my dad, when he was here, he would be like, you should watch this movie. And I would try to look and it was like still half in black and white. And I just couldn't get into it. Right. But, my daughter, like, she really liked it. So I was like, still, that's proof to me that it kind of holds up. But I was like, why aren't movies made? Like, it was so unique. It was so original. It was so unforgettable.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't movies made like that again? Why is every movie just seem like just visual diarrhea?
And it's pointless plots.
Mm-hmm.
Look, and it's fairly recent. What I'm trying to get at is, in the last, let's say, 15 years, there isn't a movie, with the exception of a few, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me take that back. There are some, but movies aren't made like they used to be, to where I want to watch them over and over and over.
Right.
Like 2007, 2008, there were still some fucking hard
Yeah,
bangers.
like the last movie I told you, like 5-Year Engagement, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, like those movies but those were the last group of movies that I can watch over and over.
Well, for me, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, fucking great movies, dude.
Really?
Have you seen them?
Yes, I used to watch them with my students, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, is it over yet?" I even made my students read the books, all that. I just I could understand. I guess I could see it's got that same feel of like Sandlot and like the movies that we liked when we were kids. Yeah. But I like more of the movies that I don't know, whatever.
Like the Creed movies, obviously I have to watch those over and over. There's this one movie.
So
what?
Scott Stapp did movies?
How dare you? This fucking podcast and friendship is over. There's this other movie called Francis.
With arms wide open.
Dude, my friend Ricardo at work legitimately
likes Creed?
Loves Creed.
Oh, what the
We argue about it.
Wait,
all
and
the
you
time.
just said he's your friend?
Well,
that would not be a friend of mine.
Dude, he's like 6'2", 6'4". But that's
super good looking.
He is. That's a tough dude. I tell you, you listen to him talk and he tells you his stories, you're like, who the fuck am I sitting next to?
But he likes Creed. I don't care how tough you are.
That's what I tell him all the time. I said, dude, you're tough for nothing, man. You fucking listen to Creed.
Wow.
You whoop somebody's ass and throw
Scott Stapp apparently just released a new single like a couple days ago.
Really? Where can I find it? But anyway, yeah, I agree with you, man. Cinema, movies these days, it's like there's no heart left in Hollywood. There's no good storytelling. There's nothing, dude. It's fucking, it's gone. It's dead, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I can't pinpoint what it is. I don't know what it is.
I mean, look, I love comic movies, but I absolutely
whatever, dude. Fuck comic movies. That's why.
Fuck you. You were telling me the other day how much you love somebody, and I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't tell me he loves me.
Yeah, anyways, that's what chaps my ass.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to piggyback on that one. I agree. It's gone.
Yeah. All right. Let it riff.
Okay.
You go first.
Ready?
No. This is Let It Riff. Not Guess This Riff.
Oh, okay. I chose an oldie but goodie, one of my favorite bands of all time. My wife makes fun of me. My daughter makes fun of me. My kids make fun of me because anytime I put a guitar in my hand, not a bass, a guitar, the riff just comes out. Every single time.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes, thank you. Cherub Rock.
Yeah.
Dude.
Every single time.
Dude, such a great fucking song. So fun to play. The riff is fucking amazing.
They just played Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people posting videos of it, and they were like a mile away. Like everybody was like a mile away.
Oh, gross.
And I'm like, what? Why even bother?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know.
Go to buy your tickets and you see tickets way back, forget about it.
Everybody was holding their phone up. Look at Smashing Pumpkins, and like you could barely even see the lights on the stage. Like I'm like, why?
You just see a little white dot running around in Billy Corgan.
Exactly. It's like, what's the point? Yeah. But that's a good one. Yeah, you play it all the fucking time.
Yeah, you're just mad because you can't play it as well as I do.
For me, I went with a band that I love that actually took me a long time to love because the voice, like Smashing Pumpkins, actually, who took me a while to like because of the voice, was such an acquired taste. But this riff, and this song came up the other day, and I hadn't heard it in years, and I was like, holy shit, that's my Let It Riff. I'm going to go with You're Not Alone from Seosin.
Oh, dude. You're not...
Such a good song.
Oh, that's a great fucking album. Granted, it's the Cole Seosin, right? Because to me, Seosin is Anthony Green. That's when I heard them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that album is fucking great.
Yeah, because it's the new guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he sounds...
But have you heard a
lot like him?
The Seosin album that came out like 4 years ago with Anthony Green back in it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. They're good. I need to go back and re-listen to them again.
Yeah, Charles got me into them.
Moving on.
You say you're not jealous. Yeah,
I'm not jealous.
Bullshit.
I'm not jealous.
Yeah. Look at your hands. Yeah, you're not jealous.
Oh, by the way, we're not doing video today, guys, just because of so much setup. And so sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll get back on. As long as we keep doing one a week, we'll be all right.
So you know what song blows my thong off?
Tell me.
You're going to be like, ugh. Post Malone's Satellite.
That's a great song.
Oh, really?
You made me do...
Yeah.
You challenged me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good song. I'm a Posty fan, man. Like,
dude, really though, like just even personality wise, I like the guy so much.
I just love that he loves Pantera and beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean? You know, he was talking about the other day, he was on a podcast talking about how he lost all the weight by just like eliminating soda from his diet, which I was like, damn, I wish I drank soda because then I could lose a bunch of weight, but I don't even drink soda.
I've told you a million times, your cortisol levels are off because you're constantly stressed. I'm willing to bet money on it.
Yeah, I believe that.
Willing to bet money
I believe that. I slept fucking 8 hours for the first time last night in a long time, and I'm tired as shit.
But you can't tell me you didn't feel good.
No,
I'm not like I'm ready to take on the world, but like you feel rested and you're still tired.
No, I don't feel rested at all.
Well,
I feel far more tired than when I get 4 hours of sleep. It's really weird, dude.
But your body's gonna thank you for it. Don't fight it.
I've done a lot of whatevers today. I was gonna do another one. Never mind. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Post Malone's Satellite. I thought it was just like, it's such a feel good song. You want to talk about songs that make you feel good? Like that song makes me feel good.
It's a great choice. I agree with you. You know what song blows my thong off?
What?
I haven't heard this song in fucking ages.
I'm queuing it up. I want to see that thong come off.
Hey man, I hadn't seen you in a couple days. I'm not wearing underwear. Isn't that weird though? Like, I think I asked my wife the other day, I said, Paul and I have seen each other more in the past, I'm going to say 2 years, ever since we started the guitar business.
Yeah.
Our lives somehow started to meet more.
Mm-hmm.
Like our schedule started working. And I'm like, I still miss that motherfucker every day.
I know.
I said, I think it's making it worse to be with him more because now it's like, oh man.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, a song that blows my thong off. It's an oldie but a goodie. I haven't heard it in fucking years. And the other day it came on in the background for some reason. Anyway, I went with Alice in Chains' Nutshell.
You had me at nut.
I know I did. I knew you were going to fucking say that.
No, Alice in Chains. Yes, dude. Fuck, man. I need to go back. Again, one of my favorite albums of all time, Waylon, the album that Waylon Wasp is on. I can't remember what it's called. Dirt? No, I don't remember. It's been so long. It's an instrumental song.
I think it is Dirt.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's only like it's like not even an album. It's like a 7-song EP or something, and it's like such an amazing album. But anyways, yeah, dude, Alice in Chains. I was not really bought into that whole grunge era, and I know they fall into that category.
I don't think they do though. See,
but I think they do. Like people put them in like with like it's like Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Nirvana. And again, Soundgarden is one of those that I was in love with. I still don't wrap them up, but I feel like they're still put into that whole category.
I think to put them in for the sake of categorizing the early 90s, maybe. But if you really get down to brass tacks, Pearl Jam sounds nothing.
I fucking hate Pearl Jam. Have I ever talked about that on here?
No, but we'll get into it.
Okay.
Pearl Jam sounds nothing like Nirvana. Nirvana sounds nothing like Alice in Chains. Alice in Chains sound nothing like Soundgarden.
But they all, for some reason, are lumped into that grunge.
Stone Temple Pilots sound nothing
that's
like
right. That's
any
the other
of these
one.
bands.
Yeah.
But if you're a true music historian,
I am.
I said I wanna get.
Isn't it funny how what's his name?
Scott Weiland.
Scott Weiland, when he does that deep voice, I love it. But when you hear somebody else like Creed again doing it, it's like, oh, cringe, cringe.
Very. But if you get down and if you're a real historian, right? Music historian, you did your homework. If Mudhoney, Hole, Tad, all these other bands were as big as Pearl Jam and all that, that would be the grunge movement because that's that sound. The Meat Puppets, that's that sound.
Damn, Meat Puppets were good.
Screaming Trees, that's that sound, that Nirvana sound. To me, that's grunge.
I kind of see them like...
Alice in Chains was a metal band. Get your head out, not you. People get your head out of their ass.
Yeah.
They were not, dude. Fucking Man in the Box. There's nothing grunge about that.
Yeah.
Facelift, the album Facelift. Nothing grunge about that. That's fucking metal.
So yeah, I mean, it is weird to think about, right?
Yeah.
That they put them under that umbrella, like with each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it was the simplicity, but then again, Alice in Chains, guitar-wise, there was nothing simple about that shit.
No.
I don't know what it is, dude. But I will say, going back to what I was gonna say, all those bands, I can say I love. I actually can say I love Nirvana now. Took me almost 30 years post what's his name's death, or 20 years, 30. I don't know. It's been a long time. But dude, one band. There's only one song I can say I like from them. Everything else to me is shit, dude. Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
I do not fucking like Pearl Jam. I've never understood it, dude. I've never understood it.
I love 10. Their first album was fucking incredible. I believe the second album was Versus. There was like 3-4 songs, and then you got to Vitology. There was like maybe 2 songs, and then after that,
I like the song Black.
You would.
I love that song.
Yeah.
But other than that, dude, like, and I think I know exactly what it is. It's his voice, dude. It's his fucking like mumbling fucking like I can't even think about it. Yeah. Like, dude, it just sounds like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, like, how is this appealing? I don't find it appealing.
You know whose upper lip is sweating real hard right now?
Who?
Tony. That's his favorite band of all time.
Whatever. That's why you're not on the show, Tony. Now you're really never going to be a guest on this show. No, I can't, man. I can't. Even during that time, I knew a lot of people at that time that liked Pearl Jam, and I would look at them like, why? I don't get it. It's like the same as Alanis Morissette. A lot of people loved Alanis Morissette. I didn't fucking get it.
I like songs here and there. Milk.
All right, you want to get into the chat?
Let's do it. So, I really don't know much about this band. I was digging for Shat the other day, and I heard, hold on, I'm going to try to bring them up real quick.
Digging while you shat.
Digging while I shat.
Not digging for Shat.
Yeah, I heard this song.
Because you dig for Shat, that's your finger up your ass.
Oh, how do you know I wasn't doing both at the same time? I can't multitask. Thank you. I don't even know the name of the song. Anyway, I can't get too much into this band. I know that, let's see here. They have 2 full albums.
Mm-hmm.
3 full albums.
Okay.
They came out in 2015. They had an album in 2019 and then an album in 2023 called Galore. I can't even pinpoint their sound. They're all over the place. Anyway, today on the chat, I feature the St. Pierre Snake Invasion.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, I sent you the song. You even liked it.
Oh yeah, I am following them.
Yeah.
Don't recall.
Their album Galore just came out. Dude, it's a little...
Oh, that's right. I did like them because I remember the title Galore.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking that was a cool title.
Yeah. It's they're weird. There's
it's like Faith No More-ish, right?
Faith No More-ish meets a little 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, that's right. They were good.
They're very weird. I fucking love them.
Yes.
They're amazing. They only have 10,000 monthly listeners. That's fucking ridiculously sad.
That's right.
Yeah. So today on the chat, the St. Pierre Snake Invasion.
That's right. Yeah, those guys
Check 'em
are...
out.
Normally I'll wait till afterwards, but dude, you're right. Those guys, I put them on right away when you sent it to me, and they were really fucking good.
And I knew you were, because that's even how I started my text. I said, normally I would save this for the chat, but I want you to listen to them now.
Yeah. That's a really good find right there.
Yeah.
All right, you want to get into Guess This Riff?
Yep.
Who went first on... no, so it's your turn.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready. Do it again. Okay. How does the drum go? How do the drums go? So for our listeners that haven't listened, this is our segment where we try to guess the riff that we're humming. Because we actually did this all the time.
Yeah. I can't remember the drums. It's real just straight. Dun, 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 dun.
You know, these are games that like we would play on tour sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just thinking
So
about
there's two parts to the riff. There's the
Okay.
there's the main guitar.
So when
part.
you go, is that high up on like the higher strings, or is that lower?
Middle. You can't hear the key I'm singing in. I'm not going wah 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 wah.
True. It's because you went all the way up here and when you were gesturing it.
It's because I got little hands.
Fuck, man.
Okay, so the other part goes dun 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 dun, and then the
Style of music, what is it?
alternative, early 90s.
Like, is it Smashing Pumpkins? I give up.
4 Non-Blondes, man.
Which one?
What's up?
Oh, and I said,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
That's as falsetto as I'm gonna get. Okay, that goes back to, wasn't that song on the? I never liked these movies, but I love their soundtracks. The Crow, wasn't that song on one of the Crow soundtracks? No, I know they had a song. I just couldn't remember if it was that one.
Yeah.
Okay, here, mine's going back too. I was listening to this band again. I was like, God, they're still just as good today as they were back then. Give me
the drums.
There's no drums on that part. That's how the song goes. Okay, and then the bass comes in afterwards. I can't say the lyrics. I'm gonna give it away. I'll give you a couple more minutes. Ready? Dude, I play it on guitar almost every time I pull up a guitar. That's what's funny about it.
Oh, fuck. It sounds like Infectious Grooves, but I know you're not an Infectious Grooves fan. Fuck.
Here we go.
Oh, Jane's Addiction.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You did give it away.
I know, I just had to.
Oh, yeah, that is a fucking great.
Dude, fucking Perry Farrell. Jane's Addiction, and then his side project, what was it?
Porno for Pyros.
Yes, dude. God, man. Such a amazing fucking bands. Both of them.
Mountain Song?
Yes.
Bass line? Doodin.
Yes.
Oh, fucking love it.
Dude, like, you know what I cannot find anywhere? Remember the little movie that they made, Gift?
Oh, yeah. You had that movie.
Yeah. I can't find it anywhere, dude. It's
you
not
showed
on
me
YouTube.
That movie.
It's not on. I can't find it. Yeah, dude.
We watched that movie at the Beachcomber.
Yeah. Perry Farrell's girlfriend dies, and he's like, dude, it's so fucking good. It's like
Eric doesn't have it.
I don't think so. And if he does, it's probably on VHS.
No, but I'm saying he doesn't have your copy.
Oh, maybe
you had it.
Mine was on VHS.
Yeah.
So
but I'm saying he doesn't have your copy.
No. But I thought you said you all right.
I thought you said you were all right, Spider. You're not fucking all right.
Yeah, so God, again, if you're a youngin' and you haven't heard Jane's Addiction,
they're an acquired taste. Yeah.
Habitual Ritual, that album is the fucking one of the greatest albums.
Juana's
ever.
Addiction.
See? Did I hum it wrong? All right.
I don't know.
Let's get into our challenge results.
Okay. I know you're really pressed for time now, so I'm gonna make.
No, I'm good. That's just your way of saying you didn't do your due diligence in listening to our last challenge.
I'm sorry.
Whatever. Who did I challenge you with? Caifanes.
Caifanes. That's kicking in, right?
Yeah. Can you tell?
I can always tell.
The caffeine is kicking in. Dude, real quick, I bought... I bought these caffeine patches. I haven't tried them yet.
You better be careful with shit like that, man.
Really?
Don't be putting shit on your skin. Just drink a rain. We're trying to get sponsored for crying out loud.
I know, true. But I just decided, I bought them. Decided to go with it. See? I don't know.
Well, try it.
It's supposed to be like the equivalent of like a cup of coffee. I got the lighter side.
Yeah, 90 grams of milligrams of caffeine versus fucking 300.
Yeah, that's true.
Dick for you.
That's true.
Put it on your wiener, see what happens.
All right. Challenge results. Joy Division versus Caifanes.
Yeah. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Okay. So, right off the bat, So the first album is self-titled, Caifanes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got through like the third song. I like them,
mm-hmm.
BTW.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, man, these dudes really like The Cure and Depeche Mode.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
Big time.
Uh-huh.
Big time. With a splash of Duran Duran.
Mm-hmm.
A little too close for me.
But they were in the 80s.
Yeah, 88.
Mm-hmm.
That album came out in 88.
Yeah.
Very good album. The singer reminds me of somebody, and I cannot put my fucking finger on it for the life of me.
Mm.
But every time he did this one thing, I'm like, God damn it, who does he sound like? But that album, the first one, fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The second album was called El Diablito.
Mm-hmm.
They started branching out a little more. Still kept their Cure side, but I felt a hint of U2.
Mm-hmm.
I think this album came out in 92, I want to say.
Right.
Around there.
Which, by the way, I'm going to stop you really quick. Fucking Exiled, I normally don't bring them up this much, but those motherfuckers were talking shit about people that like U2. Again, unfucking, like, no class. No fucking class.
It's like school on a Saturday, my
Dude,
man.
if you don't appreciate and understand U2 and what they created,
Like,
you need to stop.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Anyway,
need to stop
yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Gallo, man. I lost my concentration.
Sorry. So they sounded a little bit of U2 kind of
saying you angered me.
Sorry, I know, right?
I wish I had a rain now. So yeah, El Diablito. It's a little more on the U2 front. You can tell like they were pushing a little more on the rock, just a little bit. But then they reverted back to their Cure Depeche Mode thing, which they do very well.
Right.
They do very well. Third album, El Silencio. Now I think that one was 94, I want to say.
I think so, yeah.
So they started getting a little more into their 90s side, still kept their vibe. A few more songs had a little more Latin sounding parts to it. So the first two albums, I'm like, okay, so they're a Mexican band. I love the fact that they're not trying to push that, right?
But then they introduce it later on.
Yeah, but you still hear other, even like hardcore bands and metal bands still put that Latin flavor on it.
Yeah.
Right? And they hadn't done that yet until that album, El Silencio. Another great album. They still maintained their core of their sound, right? I just wish the singer would do a little more. It's kind of like he holds on to what he's good at and just stays there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then the last album that I heard was El Nervio del Volcano.
Mm-hmm.
The nerve of the volcano, right?
Right.
That one's a little more on the rock side. They still stayed very true to who they were the whole time. That one was actually a little more on the experimental side from the other three albums. I forgot the name of the fucking song though. I think this is one of the albums had like 15 fucking songs on it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean overall I liked them. And so there was two albums after that, 2008 and 2012, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I think those were like classic albums, like compilation.
Yeah, they did their
album.
25th anniversary in 2013.
Yeah. Overall, you can tell who their influences are. They don't shy away from it. Musically, I love it.
Yeah.
The first album, fucking ridiculously good. Couldn't understand a fucking thing he was saying, but I loved it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give them a pass and a thumbs up.
Yeah. So, when I heard them, my first thought was, oh, who did they rip off? Which I can see the influence of The Cure and Depeche Mode and stuff.
Duran Duran.
But I heard also, like, coming from them, stuff that I could compare them to that came out later on. Mm-hmm. And I realized, like, holy shit, no, like, these guys were doing it before. Like, I can't think of any band, like, in particular. So that I found was very unusual for a band coming out of Mexico, because there's a lot of really good Mexican bands, but one of the things that I struggle with is that sometimes I'll hear them and I'm like, oh, they kind of sound like this band, and then I realize they did it afterwards. And again, you know how I feel about that. I'm always like, oh, well, like they're too highly influenced by this band. They sound too much like that. But I felt like it was the opposite for these guys. I felt like these guys played a role in like creating this foundation for that kind of music, like almost like alternative rock. Like it was like a very...
I mean, the first album was very Cure, Depeche Mode.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, if you were doing music at that time, if you weren't metal, I mean, you had to be influenced by them.
Yeah.
New
wave. Yeah.
But I'm glad you liked it, though.
I did. It was a breath of fresh air. Took me back. Like I said, I'm a huge new wave head. I was a new wave head before I even heard metal.
Speaking of listening to Sirius Radio, if I'm not listening to Alternative Nation, if I'm not listening to Liquid Metal, I'm listening to the New Wave station.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or also the 40s music station.
Yeah.
But no, awesome. So you challenged me to listen to Joy Division, who I'm very familiar with a couple of their like hit songs, right? They only had 2 albums, which is crazy. I had no idea. And I didn't know that Joy Division went back as far as they did.
Yeah.
1979 was their first album, which is crazy. Here I was thinking they were like mid 80s.
Yeah.
Even though I'm familiar because those songs are like mainstream popular, I really wasn't familiar with a lot of their stuff. So getting into it, first and foremost, dude, like super raw.
Yeah.
Just like I like it. Super
the
raw.
rawer the better, buddy.
I felt like even the bass would kind of clip sometimes. But again, there's something as a producer that I love about production that is just done in that way, where it's like it still sounds good, but it's part of the style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something that I struggle with nowadays is everything so overproduced. So when I hear something like that, it's like a breath of fresh air for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that was first. On the other end of things, dude, I felt like his voice was kind of hit or miss, which I know it was part of the style.
Yeah.
I know it was like purposely off key and stuff. But sometimes it was like I struggled a little bit, but it wasn't anything that I felt was bad. It was just kind of hit or miss. Like sometimes he was singing really good and on key and sometimes not. And I put on here, voice is hit or miss, but I couldn't imagine anything else.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
One thing I noticed, and again, going back to a lot of the stuff that you show me, is very bass driven. The bass lines were everything.
You're welcome.
But I couldn't help but notice that those are the type of bass lines that I love. Very rhythmic, very low end.
Yeah.
The ones that you get mad at me for writing because you want to do the higher, pretty, fucking off time signatures.
You. Like 3 weeks ago to a month ago, we were in here, and I was grooving on something, and you were like, "Dude, do the flowy, pretty thing you do." Well, you need to stop. You make me do that.
It's because I like to do the like, you know what I mean? You like to do the
yeah.
But I just felt like the bass lines were like, these are the kinds of bass lines that I just like. Not to say I don't love the ones you do. I do love the ones you do, but there's just something special about just simple bass lines like that. And this band was heavily driven by that.
Whatever.
Listening to them, it made me want to listen to Billy Idol.
Yeah.
And then I went and I looked. They had an album in 1979 and then an album in 1981. And I saw Billy Idol's first album was in 1982. So I felt like Billy Idol had to be largely influenced by them.
They influenced a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting because I never really made connections from Billy Idol to really a lot of other bands. So hearing them, I was like, I could hear Billy Idol undertones. Like, obviously not in their music, or I say I heard undertones of Joy Division and Billy Idol.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, overall, again, it wasn't a whole lot because it's literally 2 albums. Like, fucking love it, dude. Just love it. It's like the roots of almost like punk rock. Maybe it wasn't as like, obviously it's the same time period of like the Ramones. Ramones were obviously Sex Pistols on a different level, but still kind of that foundation there.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot knock Joy Division. It's fucking great. The music still holds up today.
And you can hear their influence throughout time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, loved it. Glad you challenged me with it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome blossom. Who are you going to challenge me with? Is that what you're trying to find right now?
Well, no, I already know. I already wrote it down.
Whatever. Liar. I have, let me see. Who am I? I don't even know who I'm going to challenge you with. Oh, actually, I do know. I do know.
Okay. Well, let me go first since I already had mine first. we always talk about how we were on the forefront of like all the shit people love today. They need to they need to remember that this came from the early to mid 2000s. So the metal and the shit you're into, we were there at the fucking beginning.
Right.
The Used, Finch, Glassjaw. Shout out to Rudy for that one. So all these, I don't want to call them emo, whatever, post-hardcore bands, whatever you want to call them. We were at the front, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in 2002, I was reading a magazine and I saw the cover of this album. And then I saw the name of the album. I mean, the name of the band. And I was like, that's the world's greatest fucking band name. They got it from this movie. And that's fucking genius. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that it took me 3 albums to be like, okay, I think I'm done with them. But even though I still pop in, because they lost their singer. So like, I think the last maybe album or 2, they don't have their original singer. Their drummer's doing it. So I'm going to challenge you with one of my favorite bands, and because I want you to hear the evolution.
Okay.
I'm going to challenge you with Atreyu.
Oh God,
I knew it.
I've tried.
No, you have not. You've
okay. I've never done like what we're challenging each other with, but I've tried to hear them.
When you go listen to Suicide Notes and Butterfly Kisses, you're going to be like,
already I don't like
no.
it.
You're going to say, who is this? It's not the Atreyu that you're thinking of today or even late 2000.
Sorry, I was thinking about that movie.
I know.
Obviously, where they got the name from.
Yeah, clearly. All right, well, you can't back out of it. I'm challenging you with Atreyu.
How many albums is that?
That's not that many. Hold up. Come on, Spotify.
I can't believe I have to add them. You know, still to this day.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums. But you know what? Honestly, if you don't want to listen to the last album, I'm cool with it because I stopped with them in 2007. Lead Sails, Paper Anchor is when I kind of started going down on that.
Now I'm rethinking mine. Who I was going to challenge you with.
What? Just do it,
dude. Because I'm giving you're getting off very, very lightly on this one.
I'm due one.
I'm gonna do 7 albums, and then you're gonna do this artist that I was gonna challenge you with. It's only because I've been listening to them.
I just did 6 albums. You did 2.
True. Atreyu. Fuck. All right. So I'm gonna challenge you with this artist. I've been listening to. I don't know where I heard the name. It actually might have been on Exiled. I don't think so. Somebody mentioned this artist, and I was like, who? What? And I went and listened, and I've been liking it, man. And but this dude's only got 5 songs.
Oh man, who are you giving me?
And I hope you've never heard him before, dude.
Is it the Mexican OT?
No. This guy is called Big X the Plug.
Big X the Plug.
I like his shit, dude, and I feel like I shouldn't, but I do.
So you're giving me 5 songs?
5 songs. It's just that I know you're very against a lot of new hip hop, rap, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, I don't know, maybe because you don't deep dive like you should into some of this stuff.
I'm sorry.
I feel like you get discouraged real quick and you don't give it enough.
Absolutely.
All right, fine. I'm going to give you Kanye.
Not.
Just kidding. You've heard Kanye a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I still give him a chance because
I don't know.
He was so great at the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Dude, I'm constantly on the hunt for good hip hop. You know me in hip hop.
Yeah.
I try.
I don't know if you're going to consider this good hip hop. I like it, and I don't know why. I probably shouldn't, but I do.
Well, again, no one's ever accused you of having good taste, so I'm not walking into this with high hopes.
That's true. All right. So, anything else?
Big X the Plug. Nope.
Big X the Plug versus Atreyu.
That thumbnail's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So, we're good?
We're good, yeah.
Again, if you haven't listened to our other podcast with our other buddies, the Dad Podcasters show.
Yep.
It's becoming wildly popular. So
it is.
I would, if I were you, I'd go give it a listen if you haven't already. It's not the easiest to listen to.
You're gonna look at us or hear us differently after hearing our stories on that.
You all know me. I'll say whatever as long as it's funny. In the face of comedy, there's no fucking filter for me. So anyhow, give that a listen. Yeah.
Check out our YouTube channels because mine's struggling right now. Fuck YouTube. Just kidding.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Until next time.
Bye.